Hello, everyone. It's Alexis with Create Your Future, and I'm back today, you guys, with another exciting video. I have a really exciting success story about a client of mine who manifested change in her reality overnight, which is super cool. And I'm going to go into also some basics about the mind and some tips and tricks that you can use for your own mental diet that will help you get results once you understand how your own mind works, which is really exciting. Before I get started, thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Please hit the bell icon in the box below and you get notified every time we post new videos. And you guys, just a reminder that we're still having our giveaway, that every time that you comment and that you're subscribed to our channel about how law of attraction, law of assumption, and or coaching has helped you change your life, you get put into a pool of people for 3 free coaching sessions, which is awesome. All right, you guys. Also, if you've been following along today, my nails are back to being like a Ferrari red. So if anybody manifested these, I got the thought, and that's what's happening. Pretty fun, pretty cool, and also good for the end of summer, in my opinion. All right, so let's get into today's video. This client of mine, she manifested overnight success in her job in relation to manifesting a change in income. And we worked through during coaching some of her limiting beliefs and what we call her blockages to money and to manifesting her desires. Now, this also relates to an SP if you're doing intentions for a specific person, because think about it, you guys, everything involves an SP. So let's go into some questions too that I've gotten recently. So if you're manifesting for an SP, let's say his name is Tom, then the SP is Tom, right? Let's say that you're manifesting for your career and you want to get a job at Google. So the SP would be the hiring manager at Google, or Google as an entity would then be the SP. Now, if you're manifesting for a change in your physical appearance, weight release, change in your skin, change in how you appear in your physical reality, then you would be your own SP. But everything involves a specific person, because for everything to be carried out in our physical reality, it has to be carried out by an SP who gets a thought and then acts accordingly to that thought. Because remember that your thoughts are things and your thoughts create, and your thoughts go from your mind into your subconscious mind, and everybody in your physical reality, in your 3D experience, literally lives inside of you, and they're acting according to the thoughts that you give them, okay? So just like this client, if you want to manifest overnight success, then let's use this as some inspiration. All right, so here we go. I'm just going to read it. It's not too long, so just bear with me. Hi, Alexis and the Create Your Future team. Today, I'm sharing an overnight success story. During my session with Alexis yesterday, I was spiraling in negative thoughts about my salary for a new job, thinking the worst, like receiving a 20K decrease. To give you more context, between my last session and yesterday's, I received a verbal offer for a new role. Knowing that it would be based out of a different city than the one I live in, I didn't really know what to expect the salary would be. So I recited these thoughts to myself. I love my job at blank, and I am so grateful and happy my salary is higher at blank. So you could take those as notes for your own mental diet. During my session, Alexis saw that I was spiraling and focusing on the worst possible outcome. Yeah, that's what's going on. She helped me identify and dig deeper on some of the limiting beliefs I have about money and how it pertains to safety and stability. I left the session with specific intentions that not only address my perfect salary, but positive foundational beliefs on safety and security. So huge. Today, I heard back from the new company and was told my base salary would be the same and I'd be receiving a relocation package. Oh my God, you guys, so exciting. While the role has flexibility in terms of location, I am personally choosing to relocate and was intending on covering the relocation costs myself. So the relocation package was a complete surprise. I can't believe it. Well, actually I can, because I created this with my thoughts. Thank you again, and feel free to share the story with others. See you in our next session, Alexis. And then of course it's confidential. All right, you guys. So just like this client, what tends to happen in our minds, because remember that your minds create your outer experience. What tends to happen is that we have stories, we have limiting beliefs, we have unconscious assumptions that are the opposite of what we want for a job or for an SP, for relationships, or for ourselves. So as an example, right, this client, she told me that she was manifesting, or she was intending and creating for a new job. She knew what the company was that she kind of wanted to be at. But in listening to her tell me about the story, about what she wanted, I could already hear that she was expecting the worst. And she was anticipating for like some sort of unforeseen disaster, that the new job was going to be $20,000 less than what she wanted. Okay. And you can usually hear, if you listen to your friends and family, if you're not a coach, right? And you hear people talk about things, you can hear what their limiters are, right? So I said to her, hey, listen, so like, it sounds like we don't have a job offer. You don't know where you're going to be relocating. We don't know the details, but that we're thinking the worst, which we often do as humans, right? So we're thinking the worst. We're disaster planning. We're thinking that something really bad is going to happen and that we're going to get less than we deserve, less than we desire. Okay. So she said, oh my gosh, you're right. I can't believe I'm doing that. And I said, yeah, I mean, that's what everyone does. That's why I'm here to help you. And let's just start anticipating that you're getting what you want. And then we got on her intentions. And like this success story, you can write down those intentions and use that for yourself, for your mental diet. But you guys, the really interesting thing here is that she turned that around overnight. So I mean, I didn't think she would do it so quickly, but we had a session recently and now she's relocating. She's beginning this whole different change in her life. And it's really exciting. So just like her, you can get what you want, and it can be an SP, it can be money, you can manifest anything as long as you have the right thoughts, like I've said in so many videos, okay? So today, you guys know that I love my office supplies. I have some office supplies that I've used recently or in other videos, but I kind of want to go into how the mind works and how you can apply this to your mental diet. If you also tend to feel stuck or you feel like your intentions aren't really sinking into your subconscious mind, which I hear a lot. Now, I say this, you guys, with the caveat that your thoughts are things and your thoughts create. Your thoughts are like thought forms. Imagine that this, there's kind of a glare, I apologize, that this is my thing of paper clips, right? So these are all thoughts. Let's pretend that these are thoughts, right? So in our reality, our thoughts create and they're thought forms, which mean that they actually have significance and they're real things that we can't see. That's why there's been experiments that have been done on water and prayer also, which is just focused thought, right? On how it can change the molecular structure of what's happening in someone's physical body in the case of prayer, or it can change the molecular structure of water. There was a big study done about that. His name, the guy that did that, I always forget. Messages in Water, Mysteries in Water, Masuro. I'm gonna mess the name up. Yeah. Anyways, there was a study that was done about how you give positive intentions, thoughts of peace, joy, and love to water, and then it would change the molecular structure of water at the base level. Okay. So your subconscious mind, your reality is the same thing. Now, the interesting thing about the mind is that it has three components, right? What we hear in the law of attraction, law of assumption community is a lot about the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. But the part that's misunderstood is the critical faculty that is the gatekeeper between your conscious thinking and your subconscious programming. All right. So let's pretend that here I have this beautiful glass bottle that usually has water in it, right? So that this glass bottle represents the three parts of your mind, okay? Now, the whole glass area, let's say, is your subconscious mind, which is 90 to 95% of your thinking, and that your conscious mind is like the top of the bottle, which is about 5% of your thinking, all right? Now, we know that somewhere along the way, your conscious mind programs your subconscious thinking for its beliefs and its assumptions and its expectations about people, places, and things in your reality. Now, the interesting thing is this, is that, like I said, trying to keep this on here. Like I said, there's the conscious mind, there's the subconscious mind. Now, there's in between those two, the critical faculty, the critical filter. There's different terms for this little gizmo. Let's just imagine it's a gizmo, but it really is like a gatekeeper. Like, think that your subconscious mind is a party, and that this is the VIP line outside the party, and that there's a bouncer. Let's say it's a really hot, cute bouncer that is in between the two, right? Because your critical faculty, your critical filter in your mind is hardwired in you for protection, for keeping you safe, and for keeping you secure, because your mind only knows your subconscious assumptions. It doesn't have an opinion about what you subconsciously believe about something. All it does is take it as fact and take it as true, because the other thing is that the mind gravitates towards what is familiar and away from what feels unfamiliar. So the thing is, you guys, whatever you assume that you've assumed for a long time, it feels very comfy, very cozy, and it feels very familiar to have those assumptions, to have those beliefs, right? So the thing here is, like, just like this client did, because we were talking, she was saying to me her whole story about the job, her expectations, most of them negative, what she thought was going to happen, right? She had a lot of subconscious assumptions she was already creating, right? So what happened is that through me talking to her conscious mind, she began to put the critical filter in abeyance. because she trusts me, she trusts my opinion, and the critical filter was in abeyance, meaning it wasn't active and we could get into the subconscious mind, right? This happens all of the time. Like if you're talking to a good girlfriend, or if you're a guy that you're friends with, or you're talking to your therapist, you're talking to a coach, whatever, and you trust that person, so you kind of relax into the conversation. That means that the critical filter that's usually, you know, hardwired within you to keep you safe and secure, it's in abeyance, it's not so active, so you can change your subconscious thinking about something, okay? So you guys, if your intentions don't, I hear this a lot, Alexis, I don't feel like my intentions are working. That might be because you're in an anxious state, right? Where the conscious mind is really, really awake, really, really active, and you're anxiously doing your affirmations. You're anxiously trying to change yourself out of fight or flight or fear. You know, we are hardwired also for a survival mechanism within us. If you're doing your intentions, you're doing your mental diet, doing your new thoughts about your circumstance and affirming for what you want out of anxiety, out of fear, out of fight, out of flight, then chances are your critical filter is still really, really, really active, because it's there, it's hardwired to keep you safe and keep you secure, keep you stable by keeping your subconscious assumptions intact, right? Because the thing is, you guys, your mind just knows what it knows. It gravitates towards what it knows and what feels familiar and away from what feels unfamiliar. So like for most of my clients who are manifesting and affirming for an SP, most people, when you start doing this, you have assumptions that are negative, meaning assumptions of things you don't want about love and about relationships, okay? So we're always trying to change those. It can help you. I also want to go into a couple of pointers about how you can help the critical filter, help the critical faculty go into abeyance and not be as strong, not be as active. You can, if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling afraid, and you don't have someone that you talk to who can really help you rework these things and get into conversation about it, you can get yourself into a relaxed state, calm yourself down, and really intend and focus on getting yourself out of anxiety, out of fight or flight, and then do your intentions, because then you might feel that it's going more into the subconscious mind, and you might have more of a resonance with the new thoughts, the new perspective, the new decisions, the new assumptions, the new experience, okay? So really getting yourself out of anxiety and then getting on your intentions. Now that could be through meditation. It can be through deep breathing. You can use aromatherapy. You can do something fun, working out. You can just take your mind into a different zone of activity, and then it might be easier for you to do your intentions, because remember, that's always what we're doing here. You're thinking new thoughts with the conscious mind so that you change the subconscious mind, which is your baseline programming, assumptions, ideas, and decisions about things. But you guys, this is all up for grabs. None of it is solidified. Your physical reality is just a holographic collection of molecules that we believe to be real, right? So that's why also matter doesn't really matter, meaning that it's energy in essence. It's always moving, always changing, always fluctuating, all right? So you guys, please use these tips. And get yourself, my suggestion, like I do for myself, is getting yourself into a relaxed state, getting yourself into being comfortable and cozy, and then doing your intentions. If you feel like you're encountering a lot of resistance, or it's really difficult to stay on top of your thoughts and understand your thoughts or things and be on the mental diet, because you guys, everything's an SP. You can have whatever you want in your physical reality, because your physical reality is your subconscious mind, your inner world just pushed out into your experience. And as we have already said, you got to persist in those new thoughts. It'll be a lot easier for you if you can help yourself by putting the critical filter into abeyance and reprogramming the subconscious mind using your conscious thinking in an easier way. All right. So, but you guys have liked this video and that you found it helpful. And if you have had any success with doing meditation, doing any kind of deep breathing, anything like that, and it's helped you stay on top of your thoughts and create you what you want, I would love to hear in the box below. Let me know, and let us know too, like what tricks, what tips would you like to share with all of us about how you've been able to stay on top of your thoughts and use your mental diet to your advantage to get whatever you want. All right, you guys. So I'll see you in the next video. Make today awesome and create some fun things. See ya. Bye.